Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver, and today I have a bit of a different video for you. For those of you that have been around for a bit and are regulars of the channel, you'll know that I got to reveal Rumpelstiltskin just before the previous patch, and you'll also know that I've kind of struggled to get a win with Rumple, as you haven't seen a Rumple game on the channel yet, and I can finally say I have won a game with Rumple as of a couple days ago. So I just wanted to say shout out to Punch the Otters for giving me the inspiration to make this video, and we're just gonna go through a bunch of my my Rumpelstiltskin games. I had to search through my my recycle bin and to try and find deleted footage, so I didn't find all the games. I'm not sure if I just didn't record a couple of them, but I got most of them here. So so I'm just gonna go through like some of the pivotal turns. We're gonna try and keep it nice and short. But yeah, we're gonna go through the Rumple games and show kind of my journey to getting my first win with Rumple. But yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, so these games won't necessarily be in chronological order. I'm not sure which games I misplaced, so we're just gonna start with game 4. We're gonna call it game 4 anyways, and assume the first 3 are the ones gone. So we start on 2.0 there, and we get a shrink spell, and we just jump ahead to 3.0 here. Again, we're just gonna try and hit the pivotal turn, so I'm gonna be skipping around a lot. I hope that's all right. On 3.0, we cast a party and take a Cinderella there, and then we jump ahead to 3.2. So we've got a nice full board, but we're on 17 health already, so this is not necessarily ideal. We're setting up for the spinning gold the following turn. And we're just gonna watch how this combat plays out. We were trying pretty hard to get this this pig gold for this turn, but unfortunately we do lose again. And yeah, now we're on 4.0 at 11 health. We have to fire off this spinning gold. And yeah, we're gonna sell everything except for the stag and this pair of mice and the Cinderella. And yeah, I will be showing each spinning gold turn as well, just to kind of showcase what I did on each of those turns. All right, we get the treasure from our Cindy because we got to cast our spinning gold plus another spell this turn. Not taking the stag here. 3-pair. I mean, 3-pair might have been worth it, but we end up rolling a bit. So unfortunately, we incinerate some gold rolling, but and we don't really get any. We don't really get many treasures here. I was really thinking we were gonna get the mouse triple at least, but double friendly spirit plus lightning dragon I'm hoping is enough. All right, it seems like we definitely win that. So we definitely got adequately stronger. We move on to this is a 5.2 turn. We took experience the turn before, so we're at 5.1. So yeah, we did stabilize from that spinning gold turn, so we've lasted the last few combats, and been winning combats anyways is what I should say, but we haven't gotten that much stronger since then. See, we've added a golden gingerbread knight, but not a whole ton else on top of that. Yeah, we don't yeah, we lose that fight pretty decisively, but we do find our Empress P in the next shop on 6.0 here. I believe this is the 5.2 turn. I think I only took the 1 experience throughout the game. And we're gonna cast a Pigomorph with this Empress P and hope that that's good enough to survive for another turn, but unfortunately this opponent is playing Lightning Dragon, and we're not able to take the Lightning Dragon out before it takes out 2 of our supports, making our Empress P a lot less impressive. And we're going to take a ton of damage and get knocked out in 6th place, unfortunately. On to game 5 now. We start with the Crafty. Not exactly the greatest start, but it's better than what else is in the shop there. On 3.0, we've got a decent amount of characters. We're going to be able to fill our board, which is nice, especially with Rumple, because we want to get as much econ as we can. As much things to sell later on. We're going to take a Princess White plus a tiny there. It flips our Lonely Prince, and also we get to sort of move into dwarves. All right, on 3.2 we took experience. We're a lot healthier than we were in the last game at 37 on 3.2, so I felt taking experience was okay. We get the tie against the Snow Angel, who also took experience, which is pretty good. And we saved the spinning gold until our 5.0 turn here. So we didn't really add a ton of strength during our level 4 shops either. So see, we've tripled this Good Witch, we've got a Soul Tack, and we've just got a couple dwarves still. And we're gonna sell everything except for the support and the Soul Tack. And we're gonna try and get an early 5.0 spinning gold turn. We took 2 experience spells this game, so we're actually ahead of schedule by 2 turns, which means we actually have less gold, so that might end up kind of working against us. And yeah, we're buying 5s, but like they're not incredibly impactful. I mean, 5s in general are pretty specific, or are not incredibly generically powerful. So yeah, we assemble a very, very weak board. So I think 5.0 Grail is maybe just not very good, because we get absolutely destroyed here. We just don't have any power on the board, and we don't have anything in the back to make use of our walls up front. And yeah, we take a bunch of damage, so we skip ahead. Now we're on 6.0. Again, we just have all these walls up front. We lost a couple combats in a row, but we've kind of assembled a wall comp. We get to triple our apple tree here, and we don't want to put stats on our 0 power things. Since we put the Medusa in the back, we kind of want to just use these as a kind of a wall comp. So I'm going to take the Hand of Midas here, although that could be incorrect. It could have just been Dracula's Saber. Although we still need to kill things before Drax Saber even does anything. Adding 1 power to these soul taxes isn't incredible. And here I make a pretty big mistake. We do have a forking rod with a hat, so we should have just hit the golden soul tack with that TLK. It might not have made a difference here, but I think that was a very, very large mistake. And yeah, our weak front row just isn't enough against opponent here's strong back row with their Ring of Thunder stats on their golden supports. So we get knocked out again in 6th place. Now I said the games are not in chronological order. You will notice that they are kind of in ascending order. So as the video goes on, the finishes will improve. But yeah. Okay, so we start with a Minotaur here. Not an excellent shop. Our 3.0 shop is not as good as our last one. We're on 31, and we've got a couple of Minotaurs, which isn't exactly the greatest. But we're gonna go for the 3.0 spinning gold this time. We had 18 gold to start with here. Getting a gingerbread party out of our Genie's Wish there is fantastic. Now, I could just Mix-a-Wizzle something there, but I decided to roll, and we find a second prize pig. So we didn't quite fill our board, but I think our board is relatively good here. Just to see if we got any stronger, we're gonna check the next combat. I will be skipping some combats, just as a heads up. And yeah, we managed to win that combat, so I'd say that we got strong enough. And then we tripled the pig, and then we skipped ahead. Sorry if that was a little jarring. Alright, we're gonna take a Telltale Quiver here on 4.0. We don't have any ranged characters in the back, but I mean, we're just kind of speculating and hoping that we get supports. We got some pig gold at the end of the last combat, so I felt pretty confident I'd be able to find some ranged characters. But unfortunately, we don't find any, but we do get a pair of Friendly Spirits on 4.0. That's great. So this 3.0 spinning gold has been really good so far. Kept us strong throughout all of level 3, and being able to leverage the pig gold with a strong board is a good way to get ahead. Okay, and we skip ahead to 5.0. Again, we're still on 31. We haven't lost any combats. We're going to take experience because we feel very strong, and we're going to be able to get our Lance treasure immediately on 5.0. So this game is going very, very well, I would say. Get that Lance treasure. But this Mrs. Claus has an Empress P already. And it's again, it's like 5.0. We took experience. They're 2 experience ahead, and their backline is just too much for us, unfortunately. And here I think we take the staff over this sting or quiver here, or over the haunted helm. I think quiver making our backline better is great. Okay, we skip ahead. We won the last combat, and we've got a Baba Yaga, but this Galahad has an enormous golden friendly spirit that goes onto their doubly, making it roughly 200, 160, which is just way too many stats for us to handle. So we lose another combat with what felt like a strong board, and now okay, we skip ahead to 6. We've got Horn of Olympus, so like I thought maybe we could go into Slay, but the boards that we've been facing have just been way too strong. We're just gonna take a Robin Wood here and hope that we can get a Herc treasure, coming up against Horde Dragon, who has Excalibur, and just an enormous amount of stats and golden trees. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to kill anything in the back row, and we're going to take lethal there. We take a 5th place after that start. I'm not necessarily sure. I think the spinning gold turn was really good. I think we just had a really high roll lobby there, and just kind of an unfortunate run out. All right, on to game 7. We start with a good econ spell in the shop, so we get to pick up a couple of familiars and put stats on them. And our 3.0 is not bad. Getting a Sleeping Princess with some stats is usually good enough, but the Fates with a Happy Little Tree just has too many stats for us there. Right, there's a Wizard's Familiar triple. I'm just kind of trying to think the best possible treasure here. There's also an argument for just casting the TLK on one of the 3s, but we do find Piggy Bank out of our Wizard's Familiar triple, which is it's a little bit sketchy being at 23 already, but I mean the Piggy Bank Rumple is kind of the dream, right? So again, I'm a little bit hesitant, you can clearly see, but we are going to go for it here. All right, we skip ahead to 3.2. We won the last combat, and I was considering just using the spinning gold immediately and then saving the gold, but we're just going to take a 2-2 here, and then we are going to we're going to save the rest of the gold. We just catch the end of the next fight, where we did end up losing, but we don't lose too much, so we got 14 gold now. And I think at 18, we just need to fire off the spinning gold. So yeah, we are going to do that. We're going to sell everything except for our familiar plus our pair of Sleeping Princess. Being below 20, we can take Gingerbread Knights and be pretty happy about them. We get a triple, so we can take Crystal Ball or Merlin's Hat. It's probably just Crystal Ball here. We've got the upgraded familiar, so we take a Feasting Dragon as well. Since we're building a board of level 4s, I think Feasting Dragon can be very good. Especially if we can pick up a Sporko at some point in this turn. And instead of buying that and hoping that we can get the treasure in time, I just lock it, and we're going to get some more piggy bank value out of what's left of our gold here. And yeah, you can see that we got a lot stronger. Also, Morte's board is not exactly incredible, but okay, we skip ahead to 5.0 now. We have stabilized. We're still at the same life total. I think we're 1 health up. And we're just saving 10 gold there, and then I'm just going to skip that combat, and we're going to go to level 6. And we've saved up some amount of gold anyways. Or sorry, no, we didn't. We got rid of the piggy bank, sorry. And we picked up a noble steed. And we have lost 1 combat in between when we saw our last shop. We've picked up an Aeon with our crystal ball, but it's probably a little bit too late even for Aeon, but I think it's we're still trying to get it to go here. We can cast a fair amount of spells, and all we need to do is get an Aeon Slay and survive the next combat. We've got a bunch of extra stats onto our court wizards, which is actually like it should be enough to help us win a fight. But we just need to cast some spells and get even more stats on those court wizards. All right. Board doesn't look too big here, but unfortunately that Brave Princess slays with their Golden Baba, putting a ton of stats on their Golden Echo Woods. So I think Wonder Waddle just got a couple good Polywoggle transformations and just majorly out status here. And we take lethal and finish in 5th place. This was kind of low on the my 3K climb, so we got 6 MMR for 5th, which is kind of interesting. All right, this is a really bad start for Rumple. Starting with a mouse is really bad. Just low stats, no econ. On 3.0, we've got a pair of chickens and a pair of mice though, so like that's a lot better. We get to fill our board as well as cast a spell here. But we do lose that next combat. So we're on 3.1 now. And I think we're gonna go for the 3.1 spinning gold here. Since we have the double chicken, I feel a lot better about it. And we can get out of everything except for our mouse pair. Which I think we're pretty likely to find a mouse pair with this much gold. We take a couple of peeps, which is maybe not the greatest. We don't really have a ton of ways to support it. But we do have the one good witch that we can support the peeps with. All right, and then we get we get a pair of ogre princesses as well, and we got a worm root on one of them, so it's pretty likely to slay on 3.1 at least. I feel like we made our board significantly stronger that turn. But Skip has a bunch of ranged characters. The positioning on them is not incredible. We got our Brave Princess slay, but we do lose that fight. So losing the fight right after spinning gold always feels pretty bad. All right, so we move on to 4.0. We've picked up a Romeo and a Juliet, and we're locking an Arthur in the shop. We still haven't found our mouse triple, unfortunately. But yeah, we move on to 5.0, and now we've actually built a board and started to stabilize. We've picked up a golden Arthur. We've got a golden Brave Princess, ogre Princess, and Princess Peep. So we're actually building a decent amount of stats. We also have a duplicator with our Romeo Juliet combination and a Cursed Throne. And Cursed Throne is fine. It's a pretty mediocre treasure in general, but I mean it adds just a little bit of extra scaling on top of our Arthur scaling, so we're gonna hope that it does something. And we're kind of in desperation mode, so we're just gonna TLK our Princess Peep, and we get a fantastic hit. Getting a golden friendly spirit out of that is great. All right, so we win a couple combats. We're on 5.2 now, moving into level 6 next turn. Again, our golden royals and golden friendly spirit have been helping us or keeping us stable. And again, we're gonna use the TLK because we're still in desperation mode. We're only at 9 HP. So we TLK'd a stolen lightning dragon, and unfortunately it's an angry. We were really hoping for like a Lancelot or something a little more relevant. And unfortunately, once again, we run into a Yorm board, and Yorm is just a little bit too big for us. So we can't get the golden character in the back because of the range, and yeah, we end up taking another 5th. All right, game 9. We're gonna cycle a chicken. Usually you keep chickens on Rumple, but because we have a Lonely Prince in this shop, I wanted to see if we can get a royal in the next shop, so that's why we cycled it. And we did end up finding a royal relatively shortly. We're at 36. We haven't taken much damage. Yeah, we took our Princess White there, and we're going to lock a Crafty in the shop. And we're against Peter Pants here. We are going to lose to this Peter Pants that has a Medusa already. All right, 3.2 now. We're setting up for our spinning gold turn, and we get another piggy bank. This time we're in a little bit better position. We have a little bit more health than last time, and we're gonna be able to we'll save 5 gold the turn that we tripled it. So, all right, we move on to 4.0. We just kind of skipped the combat there. We get a free bossy, and we're gonna gobble that bossy up and get a level 2 treasure, and it's gonna be Skip's puzzle rune. I do like Rumplestiltskin quite a bit, but I feel like Skip's puzzle rune just works really well here. And yeah, no real reason to spend any more gold this turn. Like we could roll down and try and find like more friendly spirits, but we're just gonna save it. Now we're up to 23 gold on 4.1 here. We're down to 19 now, so look, I don't think I really want to be spinning golding on level 5 just because the pool gets diluted, and we've seen it kind of be kind of bad here. We've been stable. We've been tying and winning combats between these cuts, but we're gonna take a lightning bolt and a roll and a 1-cost Queen of Hearts there, just to hopefully continue our momentum and keep our health up. All right, unfortunately, the bigger range in the back there of Curse King there is a little too much for us. So yeah, now we have 29 gold from our piggy bank, and now I think it's time. It's time for us to fire off our spinning gold. We're gonna have a proper Holy Grail turn. All right, we kept it lucky there, just because basically we want to see level 3 treasures. We want to potentially get like a treasure map or a crystal ball, which we're gonna take right now. We get a couple more 4s, a couple more 4 pairs, I should say. All right, we get a triple on our friendly spirit, which gives us Forking Rod, and we missed that Aeon, which is really we had Aeon plus Baba Yaga in that shop, which is a huge punt. Taking the experience instead was a huge mistake. Really unfortunate, and also not getting the lock on that coin is a. It's not that one's not that big a deal, but missing the Aeon is huge. Like with Fork Ball, we really needed to get Aeon online as soon as possible and just start casting spells. And yeah, even after that turn, we still lose the next combat with the golden friendly spirit and our ranged backline, which is a little bit unfortunate. But our backline is just a little too small, I think. Yeah, see, we really needed the Aeon last turn. We're gonna take it this turn. The Aeon would have grown our backline as well, so that's something that we should have been trying to accomplish. Something that we should have paid attention to, but we were going a little bit fast there, unfortunately. It made us play a little bit sloppy, which a little bit unfortunate. But we do have the Aeon now. We've got a ghost fight, so as long as we can get a slay here, I feel like we're probably in decent position. Lightning Dragon is unfortunate, but we do get the Aeon Slay, so we've got the cost reduction now. Skip didn't have any treasures, so our Krampus Slay does not go off, which is a little bit unfortunate, because we would have been able to replace it here, which we're going to replace it with Moonsong Horn. So with the one cost reduction from Aeon and Moonsong Horn, we effectively have Hat, Ball, Fork. And there's a Wizard's Familiar that's maybe I should have taken, just so I could start scaling it up. I mean, it depends if I'm end up getting to cast enough spells for it to matter, and I think we would have. But that doesn't matter now. We just need to put as many stats into these characters as possible and get these supports big, get this friendly spirit as big as possible, and hopefully get another Aeon Slay. We're just gonna gobble up that Chupacabra. We're gonna take the Wizard's Familiar now, and then we're gonna take a chicken and a Wizard's Familiar. Or sorry, we're gonna take a chicken and then double Lightning Bolt and hope that that's enough to keep us going against top board. They get a Lightning Bolt of their own, which is a little unfortunate. But the friendly spirit gave us enough stats on our Sporko for us to survive and win that combat even against top board, which is huge. So now we get to continue casting spells. We only have the 1 cost reduction because our Aeon failed to slay, which is a little bit unfortunate, but there's another Aeon, which I do kind of want. In fact, maybe that was the play. It's possible that I should have just played the Aeon and taken the double shrivel, but I figured casting more spells would be a little bit more effective. And this seems like a really good spot to dream out of Rumple now. So we're just gonna cast it with all a dream. And we've got the choice between Merlin and the Fates. Merlin is better, probably long term, but the Fates gives us some extra stats right now, so that's what we're gonna go for. The +3/+3 on the Friendly Spirit and the 2 supports, I think is worth more. Like, we just need to survive fights. And this opponent is has Golden Bearstein and Phoenix Feather and Summoning Portal, so they have a ton of stats. But we summon a good boy out of our Wombats, which is enormous. And our Medusa manages to take out their very, very large summon and clean up their board. We leave them at 1 though, unfortunately though. But we get to live another day, which is really what's important here. Again, we just need to put as many stats on board as possible here. There's 2 Aeons, which I would love to be able to take, but we just can't afford the gold investment right now. At this point, we just need our single Aeon to be able to get there. We've got, with the Moonsong Horn, like it should be able to, like the 2 cost reduction is usually enough, so... I mean, half Fork Ball is obviously incredible. But, we got into it a little bit late, and we're a little bit late on Aeon, so things are a little bit hectic. But we got a lot of stats on board now. But that's a very unfortunate smite, and they have a Golden Empress P. And the Friendly Spirit stats go on exactly the worst possible thing, and then just get immediately ranged down. And yeah, we don't have enough stats. We don't get the right attacks to survive that, and we end up going out in 4th. And yeah, unfortunately, this video is going a little bit too long, so that's going to be the end of part 1. So tune in tomorrow for the rest of the games, to my journey to my first win with Rumple. I know that last game was maybe a little bit of a tease. It seemed like I was in really good position and was maybe gonna take over the game and win there, but unfortunately we got a kind of a disappointing result. But definitely let me know what you think about this video, or what you think about this style of video. It was I don't know, this was a lot more work than my regular videos. I mean, posting daily, like, this is a lot more editing than I normally do, and hoping that I can keep up with narration, jumping around all over the place. But yeah, I thought it was a fun idea, and I wanted to try it out. So I hope you enjoyed it, or at least found it interesting. And if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you enjoyed watching me lose several games in a row, then consider following me on Twitch. Yeah, my Twitch will be in the description and in the pinned comment. And yeah, you can see the ups and downs of my gameplay, and see these results firsthand over there. But yeah, I think that's everything for today. So I hope everyone has a great day or night or whatever it is while you watch this, and I'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion to my journey to get my first win with Rumple.